됐습니다. 네네. 네.
지금부터 강제개종피해인권연대에서 주최하는 한기총 규탄 대회를
The rally
시작하겠습니다.
against the CCK will
먼저
begin
부패의
shortly.
온상인 한기총을 타도하고 정의로운
Let us rally against
대한민국을
the CCK who
만들겠다는 의지를 담은 퍼포먼스가
violates human rights.
있겠습니다.
But let us
오늘
begin with the
우리는 셀 수 없이 많은
performance.
부정부패와 범죄로 타락해버린
numerous
한기총의 실체를 저 세상에 알리고자 당당히 이 자리에
violation of human
섰습니다.
rights and
이 자리에
corruption
계신 모든
are
분들이
does
마음
exist.
모아 주셔서
Let us gather our
이
hearts
땅에서 강제개종을
so that
근절시키겠다는
we may
뜨거운
ban
각오로
coercive
함께해
education,
주시기
coercive
바랍니다.
conversion.
네, 모든 회원님들께서는 1번 준비해 보도록 하겠습니다. 퍼포먼스석 외의 회원님들께서는 피켓을 준비해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. (1번입니다) 1번. 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 우리는 납치, 강간, 폭행, 인권 유린을 자행하는 강제개종 목사들의 만행을 외칩니다.
We are shouting against the coercive pastors who encourage violation of human rights and coercive education. The coercive pastors, they hide behind parents. They put responsibilities on the families. Our shout, our plea. Can you hear? Please hear us. Stop coercive conversion. Implement law to prevent it.
1번 울려.
Slim hands are handcuffed.
외치도록 하겠습니다.
With the sleeping pills, they are abducted. Using the parents, they control everything. Shout, asking to be saved. They use the families for violation. Coercive conversion. That is modern witch hunt. Our shout, our plea. Can you hear? Coercive conversion. Stop right away. Implement a law to stop it.
2번 준비하도록 하겠습니다. 매뉴얼 보시고 2번 준비하도록 하겠습니다. 바람을 넣고 준비하도록 하겠습니다. 바람을 완벽하게 넣어주시면 감사하겠습니다.
are the citizens of Republic of Korea, which is peaceful. On the Constitution, we have right to be guaranteed of freedom of religion according to the Constitution. My friend who were trampled were killed.
강제개종.
Coercive conversion.
우리 호소.
Our plea, our shout. Can you hear?
강제개종.
Coercive conversion. Stop it right away. Implement law to prevent it.
우리 호소.
Our plea, our shout. Heaven, please hear us.
함성 발생. 네, 우리 외침을 더 뜨겁게 다시 한번 외쳐보도록 하겠습니다.
Let us
공지
shout once
1번
again.
준비해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 공지 1번 준비해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 네, 공지 1번 준비해 주시고 시작해 보도록 하겠습니다. 우리는 납치, 감금, 폭행, 인권유린을 자행하는 강제개종 목사들의 만행을 외칩니다.
We are revealing the acts of coercive pastors who violates human rights, abduction.
네, 큰 목소리로 외쳐보도록 하겠습니다.
Harris Research Center uses the parents and kill children.
부모 뒤에
Coercive pastors hide behind the parents, and they put responsibilities on the family.
우리 호소.
Our plea, our shout. Can you hear?
강제개종.
Coercive conversion. Stop it now. Implement a law for prevention.
1번 준비해 주시고 1번 올려.
Hands are handcuffed and abducted using the sleeping pills. Coercive pastors controls using the parents. Asking to be saved, but parents use violence. It's modern witch hunt.
우리 호소.
Our plea, our shout. Can you hear?
강제개종.
Coercive conversion. Stop it now. Implement a law
2번
for prevention.
준비해 보도록 하겠습니다. 공지 2번 준비해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 복지 2번 준비해 보도록 하겠습니다. 파도는 동일하게 오른쪽부터 가보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 힘찬 함성과 함께 외쳐주시면 감사하겠습니다. 파도 준비. 파도야 캐나! 오른쪽 왼쪽 강제개종
My friends who died with the blood.
같이 함성 발사 우리 호소
Our plea, our shout. Can you hear?
강제개종
Coercive conversion. Stop right away. Implement a law for prevention.
호소
Our plea, our shout. Heaven, can you hear us? Heaven cannot be deceived.
네, 좋습니다. 문제를 바로 준비해 보도록 하겠습니다.
현재까지 강제 개종의 피해자가 천여 명을 넘어가고 있으므로
The victims, the number of victims of coercive education conversion is more than 1,000.
이를 주도하는 개종 목사들은
But
처벌받지 않았고
the conversion pastors who are responsible for this have not been brought to justice yet. And the Christian Council of Korea and Communion of Churches in Korea have maintained silence despite having full knowledge of the facts. Before we begin our rally against the CCK, we'll watch a video that reveals its true nature.
사익을 목적으로 개인의 자유와
CCK
인권을 짓밟는 한기총
Tramples personal freedom and human rights for the sake of its own interests.
강제개종
It's with its string of induced crime, including abduction, confinement, and violence, it has added even murder to its list.
2007년
In 2007,
개종에 실패하자
a man murdered his wife with a hammer when coercive conversion failed to have an
그리고
effect.
2018년
And in 2018, 27-year-old youth Gu Jin died of suffocation at the hands of her parents while trying to escape from where she was being held.
생명까지 앗아가는
The rally opened against CCK and their criminal acts that takes even away people's lives.
진실을 알리기 위한
Ongoing call
멈추지
to
않는
inform the
외침.
world of the truth.
또 다른 무고한 희생을 막기 위해
The entire world shouted in unison for the enactment of a law against coercive conversion program and the legal punishment of conversion pastor in order to prevent another incident.
그리고 뉴욕타임즈를 비롯한
And watchful overseas news companies such as New York Times have rushed to provide coverage on this issue.
앞다투어 보도했습니다. 그러나 전 세계의
Coercive conversion program continue
끊임없이
in despite of the voice heard throughout the world.
지난 1월 3일
On the 3rd of January, a woman in her 40s went missing in Chuncheon. It turned out that this was also a case of coercive conversion. These coercive pastors
본인이 시인하고 진짜 잘못했다고 이런 일 안 하겠다고 진짜 나와서 본인들이
must come out, confront, and say that it is their fault, and they must confess with their lips of what they have done. And this is not the act that the pastors who have the God with must do.
탄압의 상징 강제개종
The disgrace of South Korea and the symbol of human rights suppression, coercive conversion, act of undeniable crime committed under the disguise of pastor can no longer be allowed. South Korea must wake. CCK must open their eyes, confronting the worst case of corruption in the history of religion, the Christian Council of Korea. The CCK has recently stirred up much controversy through instances of sexual grooming, embezzlement, fraud, and assault. But most malicious of their crimes is the fact that for over a decade they have run and supported coercive conversion program which violate basic human rights in South Korea, a Korea where freedom of religion is guaranteed. Nothing is more precious than a human life. But for pastors who should carry out love to cause death of believer is inciting coercive conversion program that involve abduction, confinement, violence, and even death is terrible instance of crime that should never be committed not only by the religious but by any human being. This event has been organized in order to eradicate coercive conversion down to its very roots and gather our voice against the true culprits, the conversion pastors. Everyone who has joined us here today will no doubt be wishing for South Korea to become a country where human rights of its citizens are truly guaranteed. This event is being streamed live through YouTube, and the entire world is watching us and showing their support. First, we'll have pledge for allegiance. Everyone please stand and face the national flag. Salute.
나는 자랑스러운 태극기 아래 자유롭고 정의로운 대한민국의 무한 영광을 위하여 충성을 다할 것을 굳게 다짐합니다.
Next, we'll sing national anthem. We'll sing only verse 1. Next, I will take a moment propitiate the souls of victims who have lost their lives to coercive conversion. Let us give silent tribute.
다음은 강제개종피해인권연대 강대엽 강원지부장님의 성명서
Next,
발표가
there will be
있겠습니다.
a statement made by Kang Dae-up, the representative from the Human Rights Association for Victims of Coercive Conversion Programs.
안녕하십니까.
Hello, everybody.
강제개종피해인권연대 강원지부장 강대엽입니다.
I'm from the Gangwon branch of Human Rights Association for Victim of Coercive Conversion Program.
피해인권연대만의 외침이 아닙니다.
This is not the shout from only us,
종교의 자유를 침해받는
but all those people whose freedom of right has been violated.
정의 내용을
Their voice are part of it.
마음에 새기고
So please inscribe these words and please sympathize with us
이 땅에 더 이상 강제개종의 피해가 없고
so that there may be
종교의
no more of coercive conversion,
법이 만들어질 수
and so that there may be a law law that may be implemented for prevention.
강제개종 금지 규탄
The statement of rally to ban coercive conversion program.
우리 대한민국은
Our nation, Republic of Korea, is a democratic republic.
또 대한민국의 주권은
The Constitutional Republic of Korea states the national sovereignty of Republic of Korea is with the citizens. Also, the Article 20 of the Constitution states all citizens have right to freedom of religion, and the state and the religion must be separate.
그러므로 대한민국의 정부
Therefore, the government, courts, prosecutor's office, police, public offices, media, civil societies, and such must honor the freedom of religion of the citizens and surveil and assure that this clause is not trampled or faded out. However, the reality that we face is that the freedom of religion is constantly ignored and discouraged through the coercive conversion. Politics and law are controlled by the people of religion and Christian organizations whom and which dominate over political and financial world. It created the blackout area where the violation of human rights and freedom of religion are being trampled. In the dawn of New Year's Day in 2019, the case of kidnapping for the coercive conversion that took place in Chuncheon is the case of the breaking down of family and violation of human rights that shows us that coercive conversion must not take place. We strongly urge the society and the relevant government bodies to become the guardians who protect and assure true freedom of religion, not the bystanders of the coercive conversion. We remember clearly January of year 2018, in a pension located in Hwasun, Jeollanam-do province, 27-year-old Miss Gujin was murdered by coercive pastors in the process of coercive conversion that abuse human rights. In 2007, Miss Kim Sona was violently murdered by her ex-husband, who was incited by coercive conversion pastor in the process of coercive conversion. These pitiful but horrifying events are the result of coercive conversion business, which run as a way to generate revenue for the pastors of Korea Christian Heresy Research Center, who are part of the CCK and Communion of Churches in Korea. They brand new or other denominations as a cult for a reason that they are not part of their denomination. These coercive conversion pastors point out the denomination and they brand it They point out denomination they branded as cult and amplify the fear, saying that they are antisocial organization, aggravating running away from home, quitting work and school, divorce and breakdown of families. Then the pastors encouraged to partake in coercive conversion. In the process of transporting a subject to a place for a coercive conversion, they use industrial-grade box tape to seal mouth, handcuff, blindfold, use of sleeping pills, and other inhumane method to kidnap and confine to a pension, and they forcefully convert. But if they are not converted, they make the families to come to the front of the subject's church and protest. And such action is to depreciate social image of the subject's church so that the church may be criticized. CBS, the religious media, became a lips of Christian Council of Korea and produced and aired 8-part series titled People Who Fell into Shincheonji in year 2015. They secretly recorded a scene of coercive conversion that are in favor of them, and they use such image to justify their acts. However, the series from the CBS was proved to be false and distorted, and the Supreme Court ruled CBS to air correction and counter argument. CBS deliberately aired the correction and counter argument at 3 a.m. where there are no handful viewers, and they are deceiving the citizens, saying that CBS has won the case. Biased, false, and distorted report of CBS is the act that makes citizens insecure. CBS, who strongly denied the command from Jesus to love the enemies, cannot be called religious media. CBS, who aggravate and encourage murder, deserve to be shut down. United States, France, United Kingdom, and such other nations are saying that it is a crime that must not exist and must disappear immediately regarding the illegal coercive conversion that is happening in Korea. However, media that covers religions in Korea are closing their eyes and their ears about the coercive conversion, and they're turning their backs against it. Has the pen that is mightier than the sword become broken? Media must get rid of biased view and look and hear the reality as is, and spread and report to the entire world the tragedies of the coercive conversion that is happening. If media decide to keep their eyes closed and neglect, media is deemed to be aligned in with this matter, and media must become responsible. The government must ban coercive conversion in a hurry, sufficiently punish those who conduct coercive conversion, and lay detailed bill for prevention. This is the duty and the responsibility of the government. While the government remains as a spectator, feeble citizens are being sacrificed. Please realize society of justice so that the freedom of religion that is guaranteed by the Constitution of Republic of Korea is not indignified by few religious people who love money and power over God. Hereby appeal with my full heart so that there may be no more of such victims. I truly believe that government will respond with virtuous answer to this appeal. Our government, who always said that people are the first, we truly believe that they'll answer for this matter. Year 2019, January 11th, all members of Human Rights Association for Victims of Coercive Conversion Program.
국내뿐 아니라 해외에서도
Rallies against coercive conversion and coverage by the press and the media continues to happen not only inside the country but overseas. We'll take a look through the video.
On international news, on Sunday, 6 this month, the Human Rights Association for Victims of Coercive Conversion Programs hosted a special memorial service in Cape Town, South Africa, to commemorate the death of Ms. Jean Gu, a victim of coercive conversion. With this service, the hosts aim to create awareness and educate the public about the right of freedom of religion.
Atrocious acts of religious suppression called coercive conversion programs have occurred in South Korea. In response, a first annual commemoration ceremony for a victim of coercive conversion was held together with a rally to demand a law to ban coercive conversion programs and call for legal punishment of conversion pastors.
인권유린 강제개종 교육 중단하라! 중단! 인권유린 주장하는 기독 목사 처벌하라!
Coercive conversion is an act that utilizes violence to forcibly change or convert the Christian beliefs of the victim to that of another Christian denomination in clear violation of basic human rights. Rallies have already been held all over the world in protest. And coverage by news companies such as the New York Times continue to follow. In South Africa, a rally against coercive conversion programs was held last year. And early this year, a commemorative ceremony for a victim of coercive conversion was held here also. People gathered on 6 January at Company Gardens to pay their respects. And there was a unanimous agreement over the fact that no one must ever again fall victim in this way.
So through her memory, we must actually be inspired to continue what we're doing as peace ambassadors.
Even now, coercive conversion is an ongoing reality in South Korea. Everyone must raise their voice to rid the world of coercive conversion, the symbol of a terrible suppression of human rights.
Welcome back to Ibuzana News. A large-scale commemoration ceremony was held yesterday in South Korea in memory of religious suppression victim Jean Gu. A special memorial service was held to commemorate 27-year-old Gu, who died in South Korea as a result of forced religious conversion, and was held in the Company Garden in the city. She died last January at a resort in Hwasung after being kidnapped and throttled by her own parents.
Atrocious acts of religious suppression called coercive conversion programs have occurred in South Korea. In response, a first annual commemoration ceremony for a victim of coercive conversion was held together with a rally to demand a law to ban coercive conversion programs and call for legal punishment of conversion pastors.
인권유린 강제개종 교육 중단하라! 중단! 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 인권유린 주장하는 기독 목사 처벌하라!
Coercive conversion is an act that utilizes violence to forcibly change or convert the Christian beliefs of the victim to that of another Christian denomination in clear violation of basic human rights. Rallies have already been held all over the world in protest. And coverage by news companies such as the New York Times continue to follow. In South Africa, a rally against coercive conversion programs was held last year. And early this year, a commemorative ceremony for a victim of coercive conversion was held here also. People gathered on 6 January at Company Gardens to pay their respects. And there was a unanimous agreement over the fact that no one must ever again fall victim in this way.
So through her memory, we must actually be inspired to continue what we're doing as peace ambassadors.
Even now, coercive conversion is an ongoing reality in South Korea. Everyone must raise their voice to rid the world of coercive conversion, the symbol of a terrible suppression of human rights.
A remembrance service in honor of a South Korean woman killed because of her religious beliefs. Ji In-gu was allegedly killed at the hands of her parents for refusing to join a church aligned to the Christian Council of Korea. The 27-year-old was ostracized and persecuted despite belonging to a Christian-based church. However, it wasn't a member of the council. A year since her passing, she's being remembered by faith-based and humanitarian groups who want government intervention and the prosecution of conversion pastors. This is to put an end to the infringement of human rights.
She was not happy with the main fact that churches that belong or are members of the Christian Council of Korea have the Christian Council of Korea dictate what it is that church should do and should not do. She wanted to have religious freedom like every one of us here in South Africa enjoy.
Humanitarian and faith-based groups also want cohesive conversion programs to be made unlawful and the dissolution of the Christian Council of Korea.
회원 여러분, 강제 개종이 사라지지 않는 한
As long as the coercive conversion does not disappear,
눈 감지 못할 것입니다.
those who are named as a victim will not sleep silently. Let us shout loudly so that the entire world hears us.
가슴 앞으로 통일하도록 하겠습니다. 다 같이 외치겠습니다.
Let us shout together. Stop coercive conversion that destroys freedom of religion. Shut down CBS that protects coercive conversion. Stop coercive conversion that violates human rights in the name of religion. Imprison coercive pastors who take money and destroy families. Stop coercive conversion that destroys family and violates human rights. Stop coercive education that separates parents and children. Until the truth is heard, let us not stop our shout. Punish coercive pastors who encourage violation of human rights. The truth will be revealed. Throw out the coercive conversion pastors. Stop coercive conversion, the antisocial, the act of crime. Punish coercive pastors who murder children using the parents as a shield. Shut down CCK, which encourage violation of human rights and coercive conversion. The reality of CCK has been revealed to the world. Shut down CCK, the world is denouncing. Shut down CCK for adhering to politics. There are 12,000 criminals. Korean churches must repent. Shut down CCK. They are blind and corrupt to make money. Shut down CCK for encouraging violation of human rights and coercive conversion. Shut down CBS that protects coercive conversion. Until our shout is heard in the heaven, let us give a loud shout.
감사합니다.
네, 빨간 피켓 준비해 보도록 하겠습니다. 힘차게 외쳐보도록 하겠습니다. 오른쪽!
Shadow my heart,
힘차게 오른쪽!
my tears,
왼쪽!
my brothers who cannot answer. How pitiful heart,
오른쪽! 왼쪽!
whose desire is this? Whose act is this? We are running towards the truth that has been hidden.
오른쪽! 왼쪽! 더 힘차게 외쳐보도록 하겠습니다.
Shout our plea, our sincere shout.
오른쪽! 왼쪽!
It will be revealed.
왼쪽!
Justice will be realized.
아래로 내리고 오른쪽! 왼쪽!
Our history full of justice.
강제개종입니다.
However, the false pastors who's been hidden with a shadow. CCK here, who buys titles with money. We are running till the end. The falsehood will be revealed.
오른쪽! 왼쪽!
Shout
더 힘차게 외치겠습니다.
our plea,
함성 발세!
sincere shout.
왼쪽!
It will be revealed.
정의의 시간!
Justice will be realized.
아래로 내리도록 하겠습니다. 오른쪽! 왼쪽!
For restoration of freedom and human rights. We are pleading.
같이 마음을 외쳐보도록 하겠습니다.
Shout our plea. Sincere shout. It will be revealed. Justice will be realized.
우리 모두의 마음을 다하 함께 외쳐보도록 하겠습니다.
With sincere heart, let us shout together.
네, 흰색으로 바꿔주시면 감사하겠습니다. 흰색. 더 힘차게 외쳐보도록 하겠습니다. 사랑도 여기도. 한 표씩 나갑니다. 뜨거운 맹세.
이번 순서는 강제개종
Next,
피해인권연대 피해자 대표
the representative of Gangwon branch
실제
of
강제개종의 피해 사례를
Human
발표해
Rights Association for Victims of Coercive Conversion Program, Il-hwa Kim, will present actual case of coercive conversion.
안녕하십니까.
Hello everybody.
강제개종 피해자이자
I am Kim Il-hwa, the victim and witness of the coercive conversion, and I'm a member of Shincheonji Church.
대한민국의 평범한 주부인 제가
The
이
reason
자리에 선 것은
why I
종교의
am
자유가
here
보장된 나라에서
as an ordinary Korean wife is because of the fact that there are many cases of brutal trampling of human rights under the name of coercive conversion in Korea. The country where freedom of religion is guaranteed. Therefore, I stood here to raise awareness and alertness by informing the world and abroad.
저는 넉넉하진 않지만
I was raised up in a family not so rich but just enough. I was the eldest daughter and I was loved. I attended school just like any others. I graduated and I went to work and I met a person and I was married to him. And my beloved child was also born. I had an ordinary life and I was peaceful and I was satisfied with my life. However, on this day, it was like any other days, and I was going out for dinner with my family, but it was not the usual path that we take, but it was different path. And on that day, my husband's face was stiff and it was different. And he separated my child from me and given to other families. It took me to a resort where it was quiet. There's no other house nearby. It was deep. And I was dragged there. Until I was dragged to the resort, my phone was taken away so that I may not contact anyone. And so that I may not run, my husband held onto my one arm and my brother-in-law held the other arm. Like that, I was confined in a pension for 3 days. And after that, I was dragged to one church in Ansan by my family. But fortunately, I was able to run away from there. Me, my husband, and my family has gone through great suffering. But I tried my best to resolve the misunderstanding that my husband and my family has. And I did my best as a mother to my child. However, after 2 years or so, I was dragged into coercive conversion by my family once again. My family was more premeditated. It was premeditated. It was more detailed than the first coercive conversion. And this time, it was not the resort, but they rented a farm of acquaintance who only uses the farm for the weekend. And it was not only the family that went with me, but friends of my husband was there. Like the first time, my phone was taken away, and so that I may not run, they made a door so it may be open only from the outside, and of course there was no window. And there was no single ray of light coming into the room. The 10 days I was confined in there, it was like a time of death for me. The suffering of not able to see my child, physical violence and verbal violence, and a threat from families. Though I was alive, I was not alive. I really miss my child, so I requested to show me the child, but they ignored my request, but said, if you do not take the coercive conversion program, I'll divorce you. The child will be sent to the orphanage. New mother will be given to the child so that the child may suffer. So with such words, they broke my heart. The heart of a mother who heard these will be understood by all the mothers of the world. My parents threatened that they'll die in front of me if I do not take the coercive conversion. My families who loved me so much could have prepared all this detailed plan. And how could they say such threats that cannot even be described? They abducted, confined, brutally violenced, without any feeling. They treated humans just like the beasts. And how could they do such inhumane acts? Even though these are crime, they do not understand that this is a crime, and there must be a reason why they did so. And this is because the coercive pastor have controlled my family. Coercive pastor said to my family that if I do not take the coercive education, that I will discard the family and I'll spend all the monies of the family and my family will break down. They made my family in fear and said that I must take the coercive conversion program in order for me to be safe from the hell. So using their hearts, using their love, they broke the family. Coercive pastors understand the confinement, abduction, violence is a criminal act. So they use the families to avoid the law, and they deceive the family using the words that they'll save the child and or the wives, and they get paid hundreds of dollars for the education. Coercive pastors say that if the one falls into 신천지, they'll divorce, they'll run away from home, they'll quit school and work. That is why people hate, slander 신천지. However, they'll know better for themselves that these are nonsense. But then, how did these statements created? These are the nonsense that came out from the mouth of the coercive pastors. The words coercive conversion, the word itself does not make any sense because I'm not believing in Buddhism, I'm not Islam, but I do believe in same God, I am the same Christian. How can Christian convert Christian? Isn't this ironic? And there's another reason why coercive pastors do their best for this work. Because of the hundreds of dollars that they get paid for the conversion education. There's actual case that there is a conversion pastor who made over $1 million through coercive education. These coercive conversion may be a way to generate revenue for some, but for a feeble person like me, it is the reality of violation of human rights. If I think about the moment when I meet my family, I remember those days, and I cannot meet them with good hearts. I'm not afraid of coercive conversion. However, my beloved family have abducted me, confined me, beat me up, verbally abused me, and watched every act of me. That is what I am afraid of. Even to this day, when I see the same car that I was abducted with, my heart breaks. I cannot see my beautiful child. When I see a stranger, I get nervous and I feel like fainting. I spend my days with trauma. My family that I believe that they are my one and only family have done this. Have you thought about your family doing this to you? Without any preparation, all of a sudden, my daughter, my child, has lost the mother. If I think about this, I feel regret about the pastors, coercive pastors, and the churches who support them. They neglect, ignore about the human rights, and they don't really care as long as they make money. And they destroy families, but I'm sure they sleep sound and well in every night. And whenever they have time, they'll make a plan to destroy another family. They'll make a plan to use other parents. 6th of January this year, there was commemoration for late Gu Ji-in. The commemoration had happened in Jeonnam, Gwangju. Who was in 20s, who was in youth. She was abducted and confined. She was beaten up, but struggled to survive. In the process, there was tragedy of losing life. Myself could have happened the same. And when I think about this, my heart breaks down. Presidents, the police who lead the security of the Korea do not think this is simple religious matter or the matter of family. But this is the issue with the human rights of citizens of Korea. Moreover, the citizens, please look at this not as a religious problem, but acknowledge as a social issue, and please sincerely listen to me. Let us I truly hope that these illogical acts does not happen anymore. And I ask you sincerely that you become the bridge so that person like me, feeble person like me, may return to home. I sincerely plead. January 11th, 2019, Kim Il-hwa.
이어서 손정희 강제개종피해인권연대 자문위원님께서
Next, Son Jung-hee, who is a member of advisory board of the HAC, will recite the plea.
안녕하십니까?
Hello, everybody.
강제개종피해인권연대 자문위원 손정희.
I am Son Jung-hee, advisory board of HAC. We advocate and plead to the President, the judicial authorities, the press, and other heads of organization for the victims of the coercive conversion pastors who violate human rights for the sake of their own benefits. Article 20, Clause 1 and 2 in Constitutional Republic of Korea states the freedom of religion of all Korean citizens and state religion is not recognized, and state and religion must stay separate. Citizens must be assured and have right by the Constitution to be able to choose their religion and not be discriminated. However, currently in South Korea, the basic human rights are being violated and are being trampled on. The coercive conversion pastors of Korean Christian Cult Consultative Center are violating human rights on their own by slandering and obstructing other religious organizations with lies for their own benefits. Through unethical and merciless method, have been committing coercive conversion for decades. There have been unbelievable number of victims, but they ridicule the law and continue to commit illegal acts. Then, finally, during the coercive conversion process, act of violating human rights that has been run by coercive conversion pastors, Son Kim was murdered, and also Miss Kujin was murdered by the parents. They have committed the act that cannot be forgiven, but they are still repeating the same acts. Last year alone, there were 143 cases of coercive conversion, and even a few days ago, in Chuncheon, mother of three was kidnapped by her husband but escaped dramatically. Before it's too late, before there's another victim, we must stop this. The coercive conversion pastors are targeting weak females, and they're proceeding with the coercive conversion. And to escape from the law, they stay outside the framework, but instruct husband and families to commit this act. They thoroughly split up families by falsely accusing a certain religion with the act of giving up education, running away from home, offering up their body. A family that experiences coercive conversion can never get back the once harmonious family they had. The damage and the hurt is something family has to live with due to coercive conversion. Coercive conversion is not simply a family issue. Please thoroughly investigate the illegal coercive conversion pastors who bring a disease upon our society. Already in overseas, they recognize the seriousness and danger of the coercive conversion and are shouting to enact a law against coercive conversion. But why are the Korean press, who has the responsibility of reporting for the benefit of the nation, and the president and the government, who must assure the safety of their citizens, avoiding the plea of the victims who are crying out and pleading to rescue them? Please help us. Please punish those who has audacity, who use the family's loving heart for evil and as a method to earn money. Please establish value in the law that is equal to everybody, so that everybody may have freedom and safety. Stop coercive conversion that destroys family and violates human rights. Punish the coercive conversion pastors who encourages the violation of human rights. The truth will be revealed throughout the coercive conversion pastors. Thank you very much. 11th of January 2019. All members of the Human Rights Association for Victims of Coercive Conversion Program.
나팔 소리로 하나님의 승리, 진실의 승리를 온 세상에 알리는 시간입니다. 오늘 우리가 나팔이
Next is a time for us to sound the seventh trumpet so that the world may know the victory of God.
함께 진행하시겠습니다.
네, 모두 함께 나팔을 들고
Yes.
우리 진실의
Hold up the
호소를
trumpet.
따라 다
Let
함께
us
승리를
continue our plea
외쳐보도록
for the truth
하겠습니다.
and let us shout together. Let us shout with a loud voice. The truth will be revealed. Punish the coercive pastors. With one heart, let us shout together. We are one. We are one with God. We are the one with the sacrificed martyrs. We follow as the Lord leads. The completion of the purpose, we give all our hearts. CBS shutdown, who reports false broadcasting, who distorts. Let us make the world that the God reigns. Let us raise our cross and let us stand together. We are one. We are one with God. We became one with the spirit of martyrs. We follow as the God leads. For the completion of the purpose, we give our best. Suppression of religion, violation of human rights, CCK, shutdown, false broadcasting and distortion, CBS, shutdown. We'll make the heaven and the earth that God reigns. Let us raise cross high and let us stand together. We are one. We are one with God. We became one with the spirits of martyrs. We follow as the Lord leads. For the completion of the purpose, we give our best. Suppression of religion, violation of human rights, CCK must shut down. False reporting and distortion, CBS must shut down. God, let us. We'll make the heaven and the earth that God reigns. Let us raise the cross high and let us stand together. parting tears. My brothers who do not answer. How pitiful. Whose desires this? Whose act is this? We are running towards a truth that has been hidden. Shout. Our plea, our sincere shout. It will be revealed. Justice will be realized. Among the history that's full of justice, there are false pastors that has been hidden behind the shadow of coercive conversion. CCK here, whom you buy and sell with money. Until the end, will run and the false brutality will be revealed. Shout. Our plea, our sincere shout. It will be revealed. Justice will be realized with one faith. For the restoration of freedom and human rights, we are pleading. Shout. Our plea, our sincere shout. It will be revealed. Justice will be realized with one faith.
네, 오늘 우리는 상기총의 만행을 알리고
Yes, today we have raised our voice in order to reveal the crimes of CCK and eliminate coercive conversion program that violates human rights. Our powerful voice will once more bring out the great change in South Korea. With this, we'll conclude our rally against CCK. Thank you for being with us on this cold day, and please return home safely. Thank you very much.